afternoon, everyone. I am the Aquarian Chancellor, and welcome back to my channel, Your Infinite Direction, here on YouTube. And I am a podcaster. Typically, I interview business owners, creatives. I also give my feedback on celebrity brands, things that they're doing out in the public, and just my Aquarian insights, because I am an Aquarius, my Aquarian insights about things that I personally have learned about business or just personal development and career advancement. Typically, that's the kind of content that I post. But I had an opportunity recently to partake in a training slash seminar geared towards content creators, whether you do video content or whether you do audio content, such as myself. I mainly focus on audio, but I do put out snippets of behind the scenes of my interviews of my guests. So I had an opportunity to take part in the webinar. As a podcaster, one of my biggest pain points is sound. I use a specific program for recording my guests, and I use this program because not only do I do podcasting, but I do business and consulting and that type of stuff. So Zoom is the program that I use. I like it. The only thing that bothers me about it is the sound. So I have tried several things over the course of my podcasting history to kind of help improve that. I one of those things has been getting like trying out different mics. That has not worked. So here's what I experienced. Let me talk about that first. Whenever I have a guest and they're speaking, and I might agree with something that they're saying, and I'd be like, mm-hmm, or I'll try to talk or try to affirm, what they're saying. On the playback, when I hear it or when you guys hear it, you can kind of hear one of our voices cancel out the other. So it sounds muffled or it will go out and it becomes inaudible. So you can kind of lose the pace of the conversation. So sound is very important to a podcast, especially audio podcasts such as mine. Sound is very important. And it can also be the thing that keeps your listeners coming back. So I am very well aware of that being an area that I need to improve. And again, I've tried different things, including getting different mics. Now, that has helped with making me sound lighter. I have a very soft voice. I do not talk loud at all. I can get loud, but so for me, you can hear my guests. When I listen to the playbacks, let me speak for myself. I can hear my guests, but when it comes to me, I sound low, and on top of that, it sounds as if I have a lisp, and I know that I don't. So again, that has been one of the things that drives me crazy a little bit, and I'm working on, which brings me to mentioning the seminar or the webinar or the training that I went to last week. And as a podcaster, you always want to learn about things, whether you're a podcaster or a content creator, you always want to learn about things that will help you improve your content, period. Whether it's sound, whether it is visual, lighting, all of those things, because that is what's going to improving that will help you retain your viewers, your viewership, increase your subscribers, and just all around feel like you want to give a real production feel. Granted, everybody's stuff is not set up that way, but you want to get it as close as possible. You want to get as close as possible. So, in the training, I learned about a program where you can drop in your audio files and it will clean it up for you. Now, technically, I'm supposed to be on our rest and relaxation, but as a business owner, podcaster, mother, all of the things that we have going on, my job is never done. So I will intend to rest, but it don't ever always work out that way. But while I had a moment of chill time during this storm, the winter storm, I said I was going to try out this program. So I did. I edited my latest interview that's going to be coming up February 14th. I edited it, and I uploaded it into the program. So I had a chance to listen to it. Now I'm going to give my thoughts on the program, and I want to share it with you all in case you're having the same issues. Now, want to improve. The name of the program is Auphonic Productions. I am going to share my screen, and I'm going to just walk you through what it looks like, give you all a good idea of the feel for it, and then I'm going to give my review of the sound quality at the end of this video. So let's go ahead and hop into it very quickly. Okay. Now, a couple of things that I want to mention. Auphonic Productions is a free, it's an AI tool. You get 2 free hours of account credits to use this program. You upload your audio, you just drop in your audio or your video file here. It's going to scan it, make the improvements based on your presets, and I'll go show the presets in a second. And then you're going to start the production, and that simply means that it's going to go through the file and clean it up. Once it's done, this is what it looks like on the back end. So this bottom line here is my original file. This top line here is the cleaned up. This is the output. So this bottom line here is my original file, which was the input. This up here is the output, the file that has been cleaned up. This is an audio file. The format is MP3. The buy rate, which I did not know the significance of a buy rate until I started, researching this, which is the quality of your video is going to depend on the buy rate. So if you are buffering at all, you're having a issue with the buy rate. Okay. If you have high or low pixelation, you have an issue with your buy rate. So I'm not a techie when it comes to this. So if you have more experience than me, please educate us in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Even if you have any suggestions about what to do with the audio. I pretty much figured it's because I stopped using my USB mic. I stopped doing that. What I started doing was just using the mic on my computer and not using the USB mic. And you would never know the difference. I can sit right here all day long and record a video. Nobody ever has to know that my mic is not plugged into my computer. So I just wanted to, mention that. But so you can see that based on my presets, there has been a significant increase in these little nodules here. Okay, so I would play it, but I don't want to give too much information about my next upcoming interview that's going to be released February 14th. But I want to go to the presets for a second because I didn't understand what they were until I started to come through and just take a look at what was in here. So depending on what you select here, you can take out filler words, which I am like, that's my thing. And buts and so's and well. If so, this program can go through your audio file and remove those filler words, coughs, silence, background noise, stuff like that. You can remove music. You can keep the music. So all of these are kind of like settings that you want to input before you start the cleanup of the file. Okay, so I'm going to go back to what I uploaded already. And it kind of, when I listened to it, it did sound clear. Now on my end, you can kind of tell like it just still sounded a little low, but my guest was like their mic or their sound came through loud and clear. It was crisp. I could tell the difference. I can tell the difference. So I'm hoping that in the future, if I continue to use this application, I'm hoping that that sound kind of canceling out one another when both myself and my guests are talking at the same time. I'm hoping that this program will stop that from happening. So I'm going to keep an eye, a listen out for it. I'm going to keep an ear out for it, and hopefully this will solve that. That will, clean that up. Now, I talked about the presets. Okay, so external services. This gives you the capability to transfer the output or your final file over to your host sites. Okay, so you can go to your external service integrations. So if you upload your files, like your episodes, to a host site like I do, I use Buzzsprout. You can use the external services to upload it, transfer the file over there. You also have the option to transfer it to YouTube and a lot of other hosting sites for audio and visual content. Okay. All right. And they have pricing here, which, like I said, you get the 2 hours for free. They also have a plan for $11, and then they have another plan for $12. Or you can just, the $12 you can just buy one-time credits. But I thought that that was pretty cool too. Now, one of the things that I did not like about this program This is my first time using it. This was the first thing that kind of like immediately popped out there at me. And when you use the program, there is an ad in the beginning of your output. So that means that when you're using the free plan, you have to either upgrade to remove the jingle that's in the front. What I did to remove the jingle is I uploaded it back into my editor and cut it out. Still, you still got the crisp audio and all of the other stuff like that that you use the program for. But I don't I don't need the jingle back and forth. So we'll see. Like I said, want to kind of listen to it on my in my car, and then I'll give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. But again, it's called Auphonic Productions. You're a content creator and you are looking for a new tool to try out. I would recommend trying this and see if it improves your audio, your visuals, whatever it is that you are using the tool for. So I'm going to put the link to Auphonic Productions in the description. You can try it out. I love to hear what you think. If you have used this tool before and you have been using it and you like it and you think that it's worth upgrading to one of the paid plans or the paid credit plans, please drop that in the description as well. This is an edutainment. I'm really just doing this to kind of spread the word. It's nothing formal, just, chatting about something that I've learned. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, but I will see you next episode. Take care, everyone.
You always make